Hello, ayong gabi, and welcome to the opening program of the 18th Mindanao Film Festival. So I am Jay Rosas. I'm one of the festival programmers of MFF, and yeah, today is our first day of the screening of films, and in a while we're also going to be screening our opening film. No, wait wait for it later. It's going to be a full-length film from Mindanao as usual. We are doing everything online now, as with every other, I guess. A lot of festivals, no, film festivals, not just here in the Philippines, but all over the world, have really shifted to virtual means or online platforms, no, because of the pandemic. And yeah, with the previous months, of course, it has been very challenging to us, particularly for film lovers like me. No, lisod kayo siya, mm, mag. Of course, we cannot go to the theaters anymore because of the strict measures. No, although in other places, in other parts of the world, some of them have tried na going back to the theaters, but then again, there are still cases na nag-revert back sila, no, to kanang online platforms or online um, measures, no, because of the still ongoing pandemic. And yeah, but we I think even with the pandemic, no, as I've mentioned a while ago, um, everything has shifted online. Our consumption, our viewing habits, although naano man siya before, we have been consuming Netflix ever since the pandemic, but then it has accelerated in a way na unprecedented because of the pandemic, and we didn't have a choice but to like consume films or watch films via streaming platforms. No, everything, not just the viewing of films, but also the talkbacks, the open forums, no, na nasa online. And yeah, but however, even with the pandemic, no, this has not stopped filmmakers, artists in making films. Initially we thought na um, there would be very few films na mag-submit, but surprisingly, there were a real good number of films nga nag-submit this year, no? And most of them actually kanang disubmitted, or some of the works have been made during the pandemic. So it will be a very interesting perspective also to learn and to like discover what kinds of films have been made during the pandemic. And maybe, I don't know, after this, after the pandemic, we look back at these films and, try to see what kinds of insights can we glean from them, no? And yun nga, MFF is not different, no different from the festivals that have been that has shifted online, no? I think this year, the first really was to go online was in Himalaya, and then Binisaya, the other regional film festivals also did online version. Binisaya, for example, what else? And also Ngilngig also just last week also, no. But yeah, so MFF is no different, as I said. We have to adapt with this kind of new normal. Ingon nila na new normal, but at the same time trying to resist it by still making film, by still making art, no? So we have to continue to do what we love doing, sa ika nga nila. So yeah, I will be joined by our festival director, Rudolph Ian Alama. So to talk more about what's in store for us in this year's online edition of the 18th Mindanao Film Festival. So, hi Rudolph,
Hello, Jay. Okay,
kumusta?
okay lang. Congrats pala sa FAMAS nomination for
Ay, oo.
Budots.
Thank you. Just announced last night.
Yes, congrats. That's with Mark Limbaga and
That,
mga host of other. Yes, it's online tayo. Very exciting ano tong um, ating what year will this be, what ano tong film festival, what will bring to us. So I will give a message before I open this festival. Greetings of peace to everyone. I remember my first year as the Mindanao Film Festival director. It was December 4, 2012. On the morning, winds were howling throughout the city. Um, it was a time Typhoon Pablo made a landfall in Davao region. A very rare typhoon had hit us, most especially the provinces of Davao Oriental and Davao de Oro. I remember the opening night, that was December 4. There were just a few of us who attended, and the attendees, including myself, our thoughts were not much in the festival, but in the typhoon that hit us. But 11 months earlier, I was a juror at the Cinemagis in Cagayan de Oro. They were fresh from the devastation of Typhoon Sendong. Most of the festival staff that dealt with us suffered catastrophic events. I remember the best actor winner was nearly washed away by the flood in Iligan, and one of the staff lost her father and brother in the flood in Cagayan de Oro. There will be many challenges that we will face. This pandemic has jolted us from normalcy. It is not a typhoon like Sendong and Pablo, but the COVID impact is much as devastating and deadly. I cannot preach of resilience because we're in the middle of process of redefining our resiliency. Maybe I can only impart is a pat on the back, our words of encouragement, a message of gratitude that we made this Mindanao Film Festival, this 18th Mindanao Film Festival, a reality despite the great hindrance. This festival is not just for the organizers, but also the people behind the participating 37 competing entries in the 47 exhibition films. The festival is also for the stakeholders and partners of our regional cinema. The MFF is just part of the wheel that moves Mindanao cinema or Philippine regional cinema or even Philippine cinema toward the direction hopefully we wanted to go. Maraming salamat po. Maraming salamat sa kasamahan ko sa Mindanao Film and TV Development Foundation, sa MFF Core Team, kay Dax, kay Ivan, kay FAMAS nominated Jay, kay Lucy, sa Film Development Council of the Philippines, sa Japan Foundation, sa TM Southspot, and to my Alchemy of Vision Light family. Maraming salamat rin sa ating jurors, si Direk Joe Baku sa Smarcado will be shown mamaya, to Direk Richard Somes, and kay Mr. Paulo Paraiso. I invite you to watch our films. The schedules will be posted on the Facebook page. We have our catalog at our website. And feel free to explore our YouTube platform. And also some of our films have donation drives for their various beneficiaries. For those who want to help, their links are at the video description at their YouTube link, at the YouTube. I now formally open the 18th Mindanao Film Festival. Yan.
Akala ko may ano ka, Dolph, palanggong.
Lagi wala naka-invento sila. Wala tayong digital gong. Saka walang
Yeah.
ribbon. Dapat may plan,
Yeah.
di ba kanina, kahapon may ribbon.
Yeah, may ribbon cutting. Yeah, actually one of those things na hindi natin magawa, no, because we cannot gather physically in a
Oo.
space. So some of those things like yun sa opening night, usually do the opening ceremonies, the ribbon cutting, so yun. But
Mahagap na
yeah,
VIP, pag-invite
yeah.
ng guest, yun. At saka, ang good thing is, hindi ako makakuha ng parking kasi very bad yung parking sa Gmall, so I don't have to deal with that anymore with this MFF na opening night dito lang sa bahay. Pwede na yun.
Yes, but instead of the ribbon cutting, what are we going to do to open the ceremonies, Dolph? Do you want
Okay,
to...
siguro to symbolize the opening of the Mindanao Film Festival, we will like to play the montage trailer instead of the ribbon cutting. Yun yung parang simbolo ng pagbukas ng 18th Mindanao Film Festival. So, let's play.
Yun, that was the
Wow.
trailer for this year's selection, no? So, according to our tally, ilang films nga to? Uh,
84
yeah,
films, ilan yun? 37 exhibition, compete in competition, and 47 ang exhibition,
mm. So,
non-competing.
if manotice nyo, no, sa exhibition, may foreign lineup at saka may non-Mindanao lineup because I think it was last year or the other year na nag-start tayo showcase din ng mga films that are not from Mindanao, no, because we have been receiving submissions din from other countries. Kaya pinatuloy natin siya na ano na
We also
program.
have partnerships with VIDSI and Japan Foundation. That's why
Yeah, for this year. Oo.
we
And
contributed also.
we'll be screening films from them. So, yun, very diverse and very hopefully ma-watch nyo lahat. Later we will you will know paano siya i-view. Very madali lang masyado, no? So, how are we going to view them? They will be available in the Mindanao Film Festival YouTube channel starting 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Tonight, no? And this will be available for 7 days. So 1 week, 1 week. You have time to schedule, kumbaga pa. Kung gusto niyo mag-plot ng schedule niyo. That's what I've been doing for the past months. If I watch films from online film festivals, kailangan ko na talaga siyang i-plot kasi hindi ka na maka-keep up, no, sa dami.
Mm. Sarami. Recently yung Q Cinema, then
Mm.
we have the PPP, then
Yun,
MMFF ata, Metro Manila will be online or
will be online din this coming December 25.
recently yung Gilngig nag-online sila.
Online din, yeah. Online din kami sa Ngilngig. So yun. Yeah, but before we, like what Rudolph mentioned a while ago, no? Before we start making available all the films via the YouTube channel, we will be having a screening, opening film of this year's edition, and it's going to be um, Joe Bacus film, Mercado.
Mercado.
Yeah,
The Moon Devourer.
yung English title niya pala is The Moon Devourer, no? So, this is a one-time screening. So, yun, one-time screening lang siya, guys. So, I hope you're watching
I would
and
like I would like to
yeah.
thank Joe Bacus and the Immortals Productions for consent, no, agreeing na mapalabas to, because napanood ko to nung 2018 sa Cinema Rion sa Manila,
That, yeah, that's right.
and it
So
went to
yun.
Japan and Q Cinema.
Mm. So yeah, that's right. Interesting fact about Mercado actually is the first ever full length na digital film to come out of Cagayan de Oro. So this is kind of a milestone din, no, in Mindanao cinema. And siguro this will also pave way for the other regions to um, maybe we'll see full length films also, no, hopefully
Hopefully.
in the near future, no. So
Ah,
yeah,
napansin ko, Jay, maraming from Central Mindanao ngayon na from
yeah,
ARMM, BARM pala, BARM, no,
that,
films.
that's true. Oo. Surprisingly, no, napakaraming submissions din from BARM and from Central Mindanao, and I hope that this parang this tradition continues, no, so that we can really present a diverse selection of films coming from all over Mindanao. And yun nga, sa exhibition naman na part, we will be screening also films from other non-Mindanao places and foreign films. So yeah, just to give a background, no, a short background on Mercado. Rudolph already said that this premiered actually. Um, if I remember it right, we were already talking about it in 2018, no, to include din sana sa lineup, but it was also a good opportunity for the film to be screened nationwide via the Cinema Region, because I think that was the time na Cinema Region was in Manila, and it was part of the Q Cinema also, so na-show siya doon. And after that, na-exhibit siya sa Japan in Fukuoka. Fukuoka International Film Festival, no? So, um, maganda yung focus nila on Asian films actually. So, malaki din yung exposure ng Filipino films sa Japan. So, what Mercado is all about actually, it's a very interesting film because it combines live action and
Yeah. Stop
stop motion,
motion.
no? Using dolls. And it's very interesting to
Na-explain
look
niya
at.
yan. I think dito na-explain, ewan ko kung na-explain ni Joe yan because may mga scenes sila na nakulang. So they resorted to that stop motion. And it
Mm,
became it became a very interesting film to mas parang
and,
napaganda yung ano, parang accident ba yan na
mm,
napaganda mo yung film mo. It became interesting.
yeah. I think isa talaga siya sa to those who have seen the film, I think it's the most talked about aspect of the film, yung combination nung stop motion using dolls, no? And I think if I remember it right, in order pa talaga yata nila yung dolls
Oo. Laking gasto niya sa dolls, I think.
abroad kasi parang walang available
Mm.
yung ganung klaseng ng doll dito sa Philippines, no? So, yeah, Mercado, aside from what I said, no, na combination siya ng stop motion and live action. It's a story. It's a very um, timely story because it revolves around a transporter of local drug cartels, no, amidst an imminent war between her superiors. Yung bida sa film, Sab, also deals with her dying grandmother's last wish to bear a child. And it's one of the twists also in the film, no? It's
Mm.
very, tawag nito, it's very uh, local legend or folklore inspired also. We will not divulge it, but it's for you to find out later in the film. So, yun. You will be seeing the film at ilang minutes na ba? 6:30. So, yeah, in about a few minutes you will see
Ah.
the film.
I think Jay, yung merong I think Joe is shooting another film, full-length film. No,
Mm.
parang kuan na siya. So may follow-up itong Markado ng isa pang pelikula para it expose Joe
Mm.
to mga mga people behind other film festivals and other grants. No?
That's right. It's good that you mentioned that, no, kasi yun, Joke is currently um pre-production or production na yata sila. Um, Nabigyan siya ng grant. I don't know if it's I'm not really sure if it's a co-production or a script development grant to develop his next film. It's called ano nga yung title?
Devils in Paradise.
Devils
Devils
in
in
Paradise.
Paradise.
Yun. So
Ewan ko
it's
ano
another
may kuan yung Bisaya translation yun. No? Kalimutan but it's more of
mga
English diba?
mga yawa
Yawa
sa
sa
paraiso.
so
Mga yawa sa paraiso. So yun. Yeah,
pero period
we'll
film ata ito, period film. I think it's
that,
period
that's right. Period film din yata.
pre-Spanish na
Mm.
something parang ganun.
So yeah, well, we look forward to that. No, stay tuned for the film, and yeah, please to our viewers who are watching now, go to the Mindanao Film Fest YouTube channel to watch Mercado, and you could tell your friends also, no, because this is just the one-time screening, so you can have watch parties over YouTube or however you want to do it. But go to the YouTube channel of Mindanao Film Fest to watch Mercado, and later go watch the other films, no, in competition and exhibition. They will all be made available in the YouTube channel at 8 p.m. Um,
After Mercado, yung Oligase. Oo.
yeah. And do we have I think we have a Q&A, later.
So yun. Okay,
So yun,
mag-grade na tayo sa YouTube.
the coming days pala. Akala ko later. Okay, so without much further ado, here's Mercado by Joe Bacchus. Enjoy and see you later.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.